Pokemon that were almost impossible to get. Back in 2002, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire introduced players to a strange-looking fish called Feebas. At first glance, it looked like a completely useless water type, and most people thought nothing of it. But this ordinary fish evolved into the heavily demanded Melodic, and it actually ended up becoming one of the most infamous Pokemon to find in the entire franchise, because Feebas became incredibly difficult to catch and evolve. You see, Feebas could only be found on Route 1 or 19, and the route had about 400 water tiles, but Feebas only appeared on 6 of them. That meant you had about a 1.5% chance of fishing in the right spot. And even worse, once you found one of those tiles, Feebas only showed up half the time. The other half you would just see normal Pokemon like Carvanha or Tentacool, which made it nearly impossible to tell if you were even in the right place. But things got even more confusing thanks to a mechanic that had nothing to do with fishing at all. The thing is, those 6 special tiles were actually linked to the trendy phrase system in Dewford Town. If that phrase changed, all of Feebas' locations were completely scrambled. The game never explained this, so if you accidentally updated the trendy phrase, you had to start the entire hunt from scratch. But here is the part that made Feebas truly notorious. What I mean is that catching Feebas was only half the battle. Evolving it into Melodic required raising its beauty contest stat, which meant feeding it the exact right Pokeblocks made from specific berries. So you had to carefully avoid hitting the sheen limit and only level it up once the beauty stat was perfectly maxed out, and if you got it wrong, Feebas would never evolve and all those hours of fishing would be wasted.